Hey guys, how's it going and welcome back to the channel. Now today's gonna be a very exciting day because we finally have some Tokay Gecko eggs. Now for those of you guys that follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you probably already know that we've got some Tokay eggs. This has happened probably a few weeks ago now, but I thought I'd make an official announcement on YouTube and then talk a little bit about what the pairing is with those eggs. Now talking about the first clutch of eggs that we've gotten is going to be with this tank over here, and that's going to be with my big red male and then my normal female. Now both of these Tokays are just normal, so the entire clutch of eggs is just going to be normals. And right now we do have just one clutch of 2 eggs, but the female's looking pretty gravid, so I am expecting another clutch within this next, week or so. But the clutch I'm a little bit more excited for, and the one while we're making this video, is going to be right down here. Now this pairing was a normal female to a reduced pattern male, and so far we have 4 eggs from them with another clutch coming soon. The female does look a little gravid. Now this male has been doing a really good job with this female, giving me 2 clutches, almost 3 clutches of eggs. I mean, I couldn't have asked for anything better. However, I have noticed he's starting to lose a little bit of weight, and they have been spending a lot of time together. And of course with Tokays, they are able to form bonds, which is something as a breeder I don't really want, just because I'm wanting to use this male for multiple projects. So now it's time for Dad to say goodbye to Mom and him to get his own little enclosure so I can make sure he's gaining weight again, and then where I'll pair him to my other female, which is going to be that oddball that we discussed about earlier. So with that big announcement out of the way, it's time to sit back, relax, and let's dive into setting up a Tokay enclosure. And the enclosure we're going to be using today is going to be this 29-gallon tank. Now, we've had it for a while. It's a little scratched up. It's just been in storage for a bit. I really haven't had a use for it until right now. So this is going to be a great big enclosure for the male to be going in. And of course, when setting up an enclosure, the first step we're going to be doing is the substrate. And for the substrate today, I've decided to go with, of course, the Scott's Topsoil. Topsoil is probably the #1 thing I use over here at DBCB Exotics. Super cheap, comes in great big bags, and it's easily mixable with a lot of other things, so you're able to obtain a bioactive substrate. Today, I'm not so sure we're going to be doing bioactive. I might just keep it with plain topsoil, but maybe in the future I'll add some little dudes and spruce it up a little more. But let's start filling this tank. So now that we got some substrate in there, next step is going to, of course, be adding those decorations. And for decorations today, we're just going to be using some cork tubes, branches, cork flats, and then some artificial plants for today. So with all that aside, let's get setting it up. So we got the tank looking pretty nice, but that's not the end of it yet. Since we're using an aquarium, and of course Tokays come from a tropical region, we're going to want to be sealing this up a little bit to make sure that humidity stays in. And to do that, we'll be using this metal tape here. I'll be doing probably about 60 or 70% of the tank, and then just covering it on the outside and inside. So let's do that right now. So we got the lid all sealed up and we got everything we need in it, so it's looking good and ready to go. All I need now is to move it to where I want it, add the heat lamp, because of course they need a basking spot around 85, 86 degrees, and then we are going to have the fun job of getting that dad out of the enclosure. Alright, so we're gonna go grab the mail out. I got my gloves on because of course my tokays are not like those ones you see on the internet where they're cuddly, you know, running around people. Nope, they're actually not very nice. Although that one mail that I just got when in my previous video of the 2 reptiles that were donated to me, it's actually been doing pretty good. I'm actually thinking about making a little taming video because I think he's the one tokay out of my whole collection of them that I'm actually gonna be able to hold. But before we get them out, I'll just show you guys where they are. I think they're huddled together actually right now. Let me just flip this stuff over there. I'm still not done fixing this place up, as you guys can see. It's pretty difficult. I see a tail. But they're both in their little head. That's the female. The male's the one with the tail leading back, so of course it's going to be a bit of a challenge trying to get him out from her, but we're going to give it our best shot. So here he is, the little devil. This is the reduced pattern male, and as you can see, not very happy. It went a lot better than I expected. I expected to biting a little more flailing around, you know, stuff like that. But he's been doing pretty good so far. So as you guys can see, he's a little fired down, so not as bright, but he is a reduced pattern. Just his one gaping mouth would not want that to be me. But let's get him in his new enclosure. Well, there you guys have it. The brand new Tokay setup. We got to see some eggs, and right before I go, I thought I'd give a little update on that patternless I got a few months ago. And a little difficult to see her, but she is under that branch fired down, so she's looking a little dark. She's been doing great. I've had no complaints with her. She's a little nicer than some of my other geckos, which I guess would presume being CB instead of import, so maybe I'll not really handle her yet, but getting a lot further in the taming process than I would be with one of my adult geckos. Well guys, that's pretty much going to wrap up the video for today. You know, we got a cool new Tokay setup. We got to see some updates and see some more of the Tokay. So, all in all, I think it was a pretty good day. And, you know, as always, if you liked the video, please feel free to give us a thumbs up. If you want to see some more of my animals or breeding projects, you can follow me on Instagram at dbcbexotics, where we are also on Facebook. And other than that, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day.